Yo, stay wavy TV, ride the vibe with me, splash through your screen, drip clean like the sea, high tide energy, never on mute.
Good, y'all. Ianconnor, who's a fashion designer who used to be a part of the Asapmob. This is the guy that allegedly discovered Playboicarti, you know what I'm saying, before he got signed to ASAP. And he's claiming that Asaprocky killed Yams. Okay, he went on Twitter and said, Rocky killed Yams. I don't even care no more. It is what it is, right? So everybody kind of had the same reaction. Like, yo, is Ianconnor trolling? Is he on drugs? Is he high? And he's saying he's not high, man. Like, he's standing on business. Like, he stands by this, right? So let's get into what he had to say, because a lot of fans responded to what he said. And he responded to a lot of people, man. So after Ianconnor made this wild statement, right? Somebody responded and said, playing with your dead man's name to get at Rocky ain't trill. Ianconnor responds and says, killing your mans for self-gain ain't trill. So he's claiming that Asaprocky took out Yams for self-gain. Basically, he's painting a narrative that Asaprocky sacrificed Yams to elevate his career. You know what I'm saying? And we hear that a lot in Hollywood, right? How many times have we heard that, you know, these artists sacrifice people to get to the next level in the game? You know what I'm saying? You know, some people feel like that's what Kanye did. I disagree, but some people feel like that's what Kanye did, you know, when he, you know, first started blowing up as an artist. They say that about a lot of people, right? They say people sacrifice people, right? Like, I've heard some people say Dirk sacrifice Vaughn, like some crazy outlandish shit that I don't agree with. I want to make that very clear. I don't agree with that, you know what I'm saying? But this is something that we hear in Hollywood, like it's some type of ritual that these people go through to basically, you know, increase their wealth and increase their fame. You know what I'm saying? So Ianconnor goes on to say, I genuinely do feel bad though, for so many things, for so many reasons. I will say that. And I wonder who close to me gonna do it. That's where this shit gets real poetic. Some men have no backbone to get to the next step. So once again, he's going back to the point of, you know, he feels like Rocky, you know, did something to Yams to, you know, make his name bigger, to elevate his fame. You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't really make any sense, because, you know, Rocky was already popping. Like, when Rocky was dropping the mixtape and he was dropping the Everything Is Purple and the Peso song, you know, Yams was still alive at the time, and Rocky was, you know, he was already going up. So I'm not really understanding, you know, what Ianconnor is trying to say. I don't see how this correlates, right? So another fan responds to Ianconnor and says, this tweet definitely getting deleted. Ianconnor responds and says, shit, the whole page might. I'm going against a machine. That program I am not bigger than, but I'm content with knowing I was righteous and told the truth. Another fan responds and says, you should do an interview with Vlad. Ianconnor responds and says, nah, not my style. I'm not going on a press run, nor am I feeding the beast. If you get it, then dig. If you can't wrap your mind around it, then don't think about it. But regardless, what no one side can change are facts of life. Now, I agree. I don't think he should go on Vlad, man. You know, Vlad, you know, I'm not even going to say too much, bro, because Vlad has gotten one of my videos taken down. I literally didn't say anything. I literally just made a critique, and Vlad got one of my videos taken down. So I'm not even going to say what I want to say about him. But shout out to Ianconnor, bro. Don't do an interview with Vlad. I'll put it like that, right? So Ianconnor also says, and this is where we start to dilute my words with bots, allegations, and blocking. I swear I don't care. Again, I never thought I was bigger than this program. You know what's funny? I haven't heard about Ianconnor in years. The last time I heard about Ianconnor was when he got accused of the R word. You guys remember that a couple years ago when women was coming out claiming that Ianconnor R-worded them? That's the last time I heard of Ianconnor, bro. I remember, like, he was doing the fashion thing. He was cool with Kanye. He was dating all of the pretty model chicks, like India Irie, whatever her name was. Like, Ianconnor was that nigga. But before he made this statement about this Rocky Yams thing, I haven't even heard this dude's name in years, which is why, you know, many fans are accusing him of clout chasing, because nobody's talking about him. Nobody wants Ianconnor as their fashion designer anymore. Like, a lot of people feel like he's doing this because Asaprocky just dropped the album, And it feel like Ianconnor is clout chasing. And it kind of makes sense, bro. The dude's like, Ianconnor's been irrelevant for like years. Nobody talks about this dude. He don't do music. You don't hear nothing about him designing clothes anymore. You know what I'm saying? Dude just fell off the map after those allegations got attached to his name. So another fan basically, you know, said you're laced, like saying he's laced on drugs and begging for attention. Ianconnor responds and says, I don't do drugs and I'm richer than I ever been in my life. I'm just tired. Now, Ianconnor, now I'm not saying that you're lying, but since I first knew who you were, you always looked like a nigga that was on drugs. Like you look like one of those niggas that pop pills. You look like one of those niggas that sip lean. For you to say that you don't do drugs is very surprising to me because you like your appearance looks like you might, you know, participate in those activities. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that he's lying. So another fan responds and says that whole section finna be on your ass about Yams. Ianconnor responds and says shit is performative because they know what's going to. Ferg ain't drop out for no reason. So what he just said is facts, bro. Asapferg is no longer a part of the ASAP mob. He removed ASAP from his name, and Asapferg is no longer repping ASAP mob. He's not even claiming to be in a group anymore. Okay, so Ianconnor is claiming that Asapferg allegedly is aware that Rocky played a part in Yams passing away. Now I'm sure Ferg would deny this, but you know he is right about Asapferg leaving the ASAP mob. That's a fact. So another fan responds and says, if so, why only speak up now and not in 2015, 2016, 2020, etc.? Ianconnor responds and says, didn't understand nor cared, just followed my master. So now he's claiming Asaprocky is his master, right? Like he's like hey, Ianconnor, bro, like, why are you doing this, bro? Why are you painting a narrative that like Asaprocky is like your puppet master and whatever you say you have to do? Like, bro, you and Asaprocky ain't been cool for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were never really in the music industry. You don't do music. Like, how is he your master? Come on, man. Another fan responds and says, why you playing dangerous games, Ian? Ianconnor responds and says, I'm tired of lying, hiding, and simply just not telling the truth for what it really is. I have no gain in this other than a conscious and spiritual beneficial. Again, I'm content and at peace. That's good. So this is where things get a little weird, right? So Asaprocky recently did an interview with Academics, right? Shout out to DJ Academics, right? And Asaprocky confirmed that he signed Playboicarti after hearing Lost, which came out in 2014, produced by Ethereal. And he says apparently Theophilus London was the one who put Rocky onto Carti. Real underground history, what a time. So remember I said at the beginning of the video, Ianconnor, from what I know, Ianconnor is the one that discovered Playboicarti. Ianconnor is the one that introduced Carti to Rocky to become a part of the ASAP mob, right? Remember I said that at the beginning of the video. So Ianconnor pretty much confirmed what I said. Ianconnor responded to this post and said, this nigga is very weird, manipulative, and overall dark. But for potential legal reasons, we must lie in hopes of swaying the people's minds in the court of public opinion first before legal. I owe the devil zero favors, and for that reason, I'll come to collect everything that's rightfully mine. So Ianconnor is basically hinting that he's the one that discovered Playboicarti. He's the one that introduced Carti to Rocky. And I agree. When I first became aware of who Ianconnor was, he was always with Playboicarti, bro. Always. Like, him and Playboicarti were like damn near best friends, you know? I don't know if they're still cool right now, but they was always kicking it with each other, bro. So Ianconnor goes on to say, and the funny thing is, he says, and the funny thing about this, the world's gonna keep spinning. The truth itself has become nothing more than entertainment. So Ianconnor, if you're listening to this video, bro, I think you should do an interview with Academics, bro, or do an interview with me. Shit, come to Stay Wavy TV. Let me interview you, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the come up. You know what I'm saying? Help your boy. You feel me? I would love to do an interview with you, bro. But shit, do an interview with Academics. You know what I'm saying? and really break down what it is that you're getting at, bro. Like, give us some details to where this just doesn't look like you're clout chasing. Like, give us some facts that could actually make it believable that what you're accusing Asaprocky of doing is true, man. Because Rocky out here having the Yams Day festivals every year, bruh. And for you to accuse Rocky of this is, you know, it's kind of wild, man. You kind of jumping out the window. And like I said, I know you ain't been in the news, you ain't been in the headlines in a very long time since you had the R word attached to your name. But you know, I hope you're not just clout chasing, bro, because this ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing to play with. You feel me? So let me know what you guys think about this video. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, hype the video, share the video, and let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out.
Welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix. Got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this is the channel you embrace. Stay